Hello and welcome back to Paul's Beer Reviews. I hope you're all doing well today. Got another request that I am fulfilling. Star Wars fans might be interested in this one. It's Galactic Pale Ale. It's called Stormtrooper. You've got your Stormtroopers on the front there. What does it say on this? It says, join the corps, taste the galaxy, the original Stormtrooper. Galactic Pale Ale Spacecraft Beer. What's it say? Okay, Galactic Pale Ale, a hoppy aromatic session ale with bright citrus flavours. Aromas of grapefruit, pine and herbs are followed by a soft bitterness and earthy undertones. Sounds complex. Hops, and it's got a few of them. Galaxy. What's that one? Motueka? I've not heard of that one. Simcoe, First Gold, Atanum and Willamette hops in this one. So quite a few hops. Ingredients: water, malted barley, hops and yeast. Brewed under licence by St. Peter's Brewery in Suffolk. And it's even got a credit to Shepperton Design Studios, true to the original Stormtrooper costume made by Andrew Ainsworth at Shepperton Design Studios in London back in 1976. So yeah, this is a 4.2% ABV Pale Ale. Let's crack on, shall we? Yeah, this one was requested. I picked this one up in B&M. I think I paid £1.10 for the can. If you're a Star Wars fan, I'm sure you've probably already seen this, and you've probably already drunk it. I'm not going to lie, I'm not a massive Star Wars fan, so this one has never really jumped off the shelf at me. We'll leave that there. I like the artwork, give it credit. So there is the Stormtrooper Galactic Pale Ale. It's copper in colour, looks like a kind of traditional IPA. Gentle carbonation rolling up the glass. If I get that condensation out of the way, you might be able to see a few bubbles rising up here and there, maybe not. But yeah, it's relatively clear. Seen through that, apart from the condensation on the glass, it is cold. It hasn't really got much of a head on it. Half a finger of white head, which is disappearing every time I stop mixing it about. Yeah, copper in colour. Looks pleasant enough. Looks like an IPA. Let's get an aroma. Malty. It's like a there's a slight citrus aroma to it. There's a slight sweet kind of caramelly malt aroma to it as well. I think what it's... I'm not really getting piney, but I am getting a slightly herbal aroma. I'm getting caramel malt, so I'm getting slight citrus and herbal aromas. Smells interesting. Let's get stuck in. Cheers. Quite light, quite watery. You're getting that caramel malt and you are getting that kind of herbal finish to it. Not particularly bitter at the back end. Bit of citrus is there. A little bit of kind of orangey citrus flavour to it. Tiniest bit of caramel malt. And that herbal, almost peppery finish comes in. I mean, they said the word earthy on the can. It's quite a good way of describing it. There's a lot going on with the flavour on this beer. It's not terrible by any stretch. Orange citrus, orangey citrus, bit of lime, slight caramel malt, bit of pininess, a bit of pepperiness now, earthy, peppery flavour at the back end. Really subtle bitter finish to it. It's quite balanced. There's a bit going on with it, and throughout there's a nice body to it. It's got quite a watery, very drinkable mouthfeel, light carbonation. Which does just enough. You get that citrusy sweetness, very slight citrusy sweetness, I might add. And then the carbonation comes in. And then as it fades down again, you're getting that slightly caramel malty sort of taste. And then that pepperiness comes in, and that herbal finish that adds just a tiny little bitter, a bitter kind of rush at the end, but nothing major. But there's a lot going on with this little beer. It's not bad. That's really not bad, to be honest with you. Yeah, 4.2% ABV pale ale at £1.10 from B&M. I would say that's quite good value, because there's a lot going on with this. It's a very savoury pale ale, this one. If you like your savoury things, like I say, there's only a very subtle citrus sweetness at the beginning. Citrus, carbonation rush, bit of caramel, maybe slightly toffee malt. Then it starts going peppery, and then there's a little bit of a bitter finish that you're left with. And it's not a particularly short mouthfeel either, not a particularly short flavour. It does linger for a little while as well. So the more I drink it, the better it's getting. I'm going squeaky. The more I drink, the more I'm enjoying it. It's actually a very complex little pale ale. There's a lot going on with it, and I like the savoury flavours to it. It has got the sweet flavours are very subtle. The citrus freshness and that slight sort of toffee caramel malts is very subtle. But it's the pepperiness and the herbal flavours that you're left at the back end that it's quite intriguing. And it makes me want to go back for more. It's a slightly dry finish as well. Slightly dry finish with all that savoury pepperiness, and it makes you kind of want to go back for it. That's a perfectly decent pale ale, and it's different. It's not a big citrus bomb, it's not a fruity bomb. It's got a balance to it, and it just edges ever so slightly towards the savoury herbal side, which is refreshing because it's different. There's so many fruit bombs and things around at the moment. This makes quite a welcome change, at least for my palate anyway, because I've been getting a little bit fed up with these juice bombs lately. So this is, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, I'm going to score it. Stormtrooper by, was it St. Peter's? By St. Peter's Brewery. Stormtrooper Galactic Pale Ale. I'm going to give that a 7 out of 10. I think that's a really enjoyable little pale ale. That's decent. 7 out of 10. Yeah, £1.10 in B&M. I recommend it. I recommend it. Yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed the video, guys. Give it a thumbs up if you have. Hope you're doing well. Until my next one, you take care.